Hubert just got his first drum set ever. He's so excited and he's so ready to finally learn this new instrument by himself. But there was just a small little problem for Hubert. Hubert didn't know what he should do to start playing drums, and so he searched YouTube and found some random drumming videos. While he was watching those videos, Hubert would just drift off and he would get super bored and want to click off the videos. The videos told Hubert some actual good advice, you know? The videos told Hubert to practice his rudiments and learn his technique properly, but Hubert ignored them and he jumped straight into how to play a cool drum beat. And he didn't even know how to hit the drums properly and how to hold the sticks properly. And as Hubert was trying to play his first beat, he heard a guy next door also playing drums as well. But this drummer was playing so cleanly and he was perfectly on time. And as Hubert overhears this drummer playing, he questions himself like, who is this drummer? And it was his new neighbor, and his name was Archimedes. Archimedes had just learned drums as well, and just like Hubert, he wanted to learn drums all by himself. And drums were his new passion and he wanted to be the best at it. So from day one, he researched and educated himself on drums, and then he set himself a clear goal and a direction to go to with his drumming. And finally, he made this structured plan so that he could follow it every single day and be the best at drumming. And while Hubert was trying to hold the drumsticks properly and he was trying to play some cool beat that he learned from YouTube, Archimedes already learned his rudiments and started playing along songs. So what did Archimedes do to get to that level? Was it his luck? Was it his skill? Maybe he was just kind of born with this ability. Well, it was actually none of that. Archimedes made us an easy, structured plan that he could follow every single day. And here is the step-by-step plan that Archimedes has followed to get him to this point. So this plan is an incredibly powerful tool, bro. I think it's tremendously valuable, but this plan will only work if you actually just put in the effort. I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be actually a bit hard to do this plan, but if you do this, then you will get the rewards of it. When Archimedes started drums, in the first 2 weeks, he learned his fundamentals really good. And he actually researched all of the drum books and stuff. The drum books and the drum videos told him to play the 2 and 4 beat. But I think this is bullshit. I think that you should, instead of just playing, I don't know, a random 2 and 4 beat, I think you should instead, from the moment that you actually get your drums, learn your technique first. So the first thing that you'll learn in these 2 weeks is your technique, and especially the technique of your left hand and your kick drum technique. And because you're new to drums right now, bro, your body will have to adapt. In the first 2 weeks is literally the single best time that your body has in order to adapt to drums. So not only are you motivated because you've just started a new instrument, which means that you'll probably want to do the boring things like practicing your technique as well, because you're super motivated for drums. Your brain is gonna get it deep in your muscle memory. So these 2 weeks are extremely crucial for that, and we cannot waste time with learning useless typical drum beats and stuff. Second of all, you can actually play the 2 and 4 beat, but primarily we do want to focus on our technique in these 2 weeks. So you should focus on these, not in one singular practice session, but throughout 3 days. So on week 3, this is where I'd personally learn my rudiments. So here are the 3 most important rudiments, which covers basically like 90% of what you need to know. Paradiddles, single strokes, and double strokes. And there are all these other rudiments out there and all of this and that, but I just want you to focus on these 3 for right now. And you just want to focus this entire week on just learning and nailing these rudiments. If you can, then practice them on individual days so that you can only focus on one thing at a time. And then week 4 is just having fun, because we don't want to be those drummers who just grind 24/7 and, practice for like 5 hours a day every single day and don't play along to songs or anything. We actually want to enjoy drums so that we actually can continue it. And usually people give this advice of, oh no, but you shouldn't play along to songs when you're just starting out on drums. But like, it gets super boring if you don't play along to anything. So I think you should be actually like playing along to songs and experimenting. Even though you've just started, you can learn the most basic beat and then apply it to so many other songs. So the reason we're trying to build our fundamentals so much is because I'll give you this analogy. So imagine you're building a skyscraper, okay? And the first skyscraper has a very wide base. It's a very thick base. And then you slowly build on top of that. And then the second building is much faster to build, but it has a smaller base, I guess. So it's not as wide as the first one. But if you literally just blow on the second building, it's gonna collapse and fall. While the first one may be harder to build, it will be so strong. And that's what we're trying to do with our fundamentals. I see so many people, including me, by the way, I just played a 2 and 4 beat and I didn't focus on my technique enough. We've talked about this, right hand? You know I don't want to practice my technique. But father, you know I need to practice my technique in order to improve. No, I can't do it, right hand. Please, just stop complaining about this. We've talked about this. But I need my technique, father. You don't understand. Oh my god. No. You know what? I won't do it.
Father, please, practice my technique.
Left hand, come on, guys. I don't want to practice my technique again.
But father, you haven't practiced our technique in 3 weeks. Come on,
okay.
Please.
Fine. And now I get these weird ass problems where bro, I'm 2 years into my drumming and still I suffer with my left hand and stuff. And we don't want the same thing happening to you. So as an actionable step, focus as much as your power on learning your techniques and your fundamentals, bro. If you seriously do this, you will feel just so much better while playing drums. So now you've played drums for about a month, and so now this is where part 2 comes in. Now that you have sort of the fundamentals and you kind of understand how everything works, you don't need to fully understand it, but you do kind of understand it. In the second month, I want you to record yourself and make your own list of things to do. And this, especially if you're a self-taught drummer just like me, then this will help you probably the most out of all the tips you'll search on social media. Essentially, on this day, you get to be your own drum teacher. You get to see where you mess up at. First, you want to record your playing to a song or just by itself. And then you want to look back at that recording and see where you messed up and take notes on it. Write as many mistakes you notice about your drumming, because that's what you're gonna practice for the next 2 weeks. So from week 1 to 2, you want to work on your deficiencies, and you can also play along to songs sometimes. So to learn new things, essentially you just want to search on YouTube beginner drum fills or beginner drum grooves. There are loads of learning material on YouTube. You can just kind of see what you want to learn and which one sounds kind of cool, and you can expand off of that. And that is how Archimedes managed to learn drums. He put a lot of effort into this, and bro, I'm not gonna lie, this is actually a pretty hefty timetable, but it is very worth it in the end. And also, by the way, if you didn't take notes while watching this video, or you just forgot what I said and you were just kind of looking at me strangely, I have actually made a full-on timetable just for you. Literally literally, it's a free Notion template and you can download it from the description, and it should give you a general direction of what you should practice. Of course, it's not customized for you. If you want a customized timetable and stuff, you can get my free coaching, and there's only 2 clients left, and this is my most exclusive coaching that I literally give away for free, bro. And yeah, if that sounds interesting to you, then it's in the description as well. You can get it, bro.